The markets are in turmoil. Everything is shifting. And if you're not paying attention, you're going to get wiped out. This is about the greatest bubble. And for those of you with a 401k or hoping for retirement or planning on playing golf for the rest of your life, you better pay attention. Because I think, and a lot of other people think, and our guests think, the biggest stock market crash is on us now. So right now, when you look at the future, the baby boomers are old guys. They've had these, they're the first generation, I think, to have a 401k because we came off what's called defined benefit pension plan and went to a defined contribution, which is the 401k or IRA or SEPs. So the baby boomers for the first generation to be hanging with their butt out in the air right now. And if the market crashes, they're gone. Whereas my parents' generation, the World War II generation, they had a defined benefit pension plan. That's like what Ford still gives out, I think. So if the market crashed, Ford still made sure you got a paycheck for life. So the baby boomers, you're screwed. Listen to this program now. And if you're the kid or child or grandkid of a baby boomer, you better listen up too, because you don't want grandpa and grandma moving in with you when they get wiped out in this next crash. So let me show you what's happening in the world economy today. You don't have to go to Harvard. You don't have to go to Oxford. This is called economics. It's called bubble economics. So what's happening in the world today, and this goes all over the world, Every country is doing this right now. Rather than paying their bills, they print money. And the economy stays safe for a while, but then it goes down. Then so in 2000, it crashed. But did they fix the problem? No. In 2008, it crashed again. Did they fix the problem? No. Now, you have to go to Harvard or Yale or Oxford or Princeton to know what's going to happen next. What it does, it makes the real estate market hot, makes real estate hot, it makes the bond market hot, but it's based on bubblenomics. You don't have to go to college to know this. So today, the United States has Social Security is going bust, teachers' pensions are going bust, state pensions are going bust, Social Security is bust, Medicare is going bust, and what's the United States doing? So, let me ask this question. What's going to happen if we keep going? They just cut the interest rates again a few days ago. So what's going to happen? That's what's going to happen.
One of the tweets you can see here is I'm talking about the economy dying. And the reason I say that is the Fed is incompetent. Now, the Fed, what I mean by incompetent, they're outside, they can't save us. It's gone too far. They've been printing money since 1971. And instead of fixing the problem, they just kept making the problem worse. So let me give you an idea how much a trillion is and why I'm saying the Fed is incompetent and dying. So $1 trillion is a lot of money. And all you have to do today is hit a button. You don't even have to print it anymore. Just hit a button, say 1 trillion, 2 trillion. So if you spent $1 every second, it would take you 35,000 years to spend $1 trillion. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't think you and I are going to be around in 35,000 years. But I think they just printed $3 or $4 trillion in the last few months. And this is May of 2020. So they're out of control. They can't solve the problem. So if you think they can, and I hope I'm wrong. I know some of you people out there say I'm a pessimist and all this, but I'm going to tell you something. $1 a minute or a second, I forget what it is, I'll better check that out, but it's either a minute or a second, for 35,000 years is a long time. And it takes them less than a second to do it. That's how much they're printing. So that's why I recommend buying gold, silver, and Bitcoin. At least that's what I'm doing. So let me explain why gold. So my prediction is gold in 1 year should be $3,000. So that's about $1,000 more than it is today. So in a year, it should be up another 1,000. Some people say 2,500 is optimistic. Okay. But I'd rather have the price of gold going up than your money going down. So if you're saving money, I'll pray for you tonight, because your savings are actually real money. In other words, if you worked for it and you paid the taxes on that money you worked for, that's real legitimate money. Unfortunately, the Fed is printing trillions, and they're going to pay you nothing for your savings. I mean, when I was a kid, I got 15% on my savings. Today, you get nothing. So the Fed is screwing you. That's the term. So I think gold at 3,000 in 2021, not outside the box. Silver, $40. And the reason I like silver is moving faster than gold today. And when I look at the price of gold, the high point was $1,900 approximately. I don't know what, a couple of years ago. But today it's $1,700. So gold is near its all-time high. Silver used to be about $49. And today I think it's 18. So it's about 70% below its all-time high. So silver is the best deal of all. And I think most of you can afford a $20 silver coin. If you can't, you have deep problems. I'll pray for you on that one too. But the reason I like Bitcoin is because the more I studied it, and the guy that is kind of my advisor is Anthony Pompliano, I think, but he's always on YouTube and he's got some great guests. So I study from young guys. And what I understand about Bitcoin is that they just had a halving, and a halving means they print less of it. At the same time, Bitcoin is printing less, the Fed is printing trillions. Now, you don't need a degree in rocket science to figure that one out. The Fed is making the US dollar or any currency, the yen, the euro, the peso, softer. Bitcoin is getting harder. Gold is getting harder. Silver is getting harder. So that's why I don't buy gold, silver, and Bitcoin to get rich. I just hate getting screwed by the Federal Reserve Bank and the Treasury. So if you want to keep saving money and putting it in the stock market, more power to you. But all that paper stuff is printed. And the CEOs of these stock market companies, they did a side deal with the Fed. So the Fed was loaning them billions of dollars for them to jack their stock price up. So the stock prices are at this artificial high, and all mom and pop are watching their 401ks or IRAs, and the stocks are this high. And the Fed keeps printing more money, keeps giving the CEOs indirectly, because they can't do it directly. They do it through what's called SRVs, special something vehicle. It's criminals what they're doing. And they give the CEOs the money and they pop the stock market up. That's why we're in serious trouble. That's my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. But I would rather, at this time in world history, May 2020, I'd rather have gold, silver, and Bitcoin.
There are great pilots for United Airlines. They're broke. They're broke. Mm-hmm. They went to college, have college degrees. They have no pension because they drank the Kool-Aid of go to school, get a job, and get a pension. And this crash here may be the end of the earth. And what's probably going to happen is called MMT. MMT is modern monetary theory. I call it Marxist monetary theory. And that's why Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, they said, let's attack the rich. Let's attack the rich. And they hate Trump. And people are blaming Trump now for this crash. And I said, it was already in the cards. 2016, it was going to go down anyway. Mm-hmm. It's just that Trump got elected.